Governor Murphy, as soon as you're ready.
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. With me on your screen are three terrific leaders: Senate Majority Leader Loretta Weinberg. Senator, great to have you. Assemblywoman Valerie Huddle. Valerie, likewise, and the Executive Director of New Jersey Advocacy for Aging Well, Kathy Rowe. Kathy, great to have you.
Thank you.
This morning, we're gathered together, and I am honored to be signing legislation to end discrimination in the hiring, promoting, and forced retirement of employees based on their age. Age discrimination, like every other form of discrimination, undermines the principles that we hold in the highest regard: equality of opportunity, autonomy, and respect. And employers who engage in these practices reinforce the idea that certain groups of people have less worth than others. Yet ageism often goes unquestioned and unchecked, even within our own laws. In reality, older workers possess a depth of knowledge and experience that cannot be replaced. Ageism hurts the employees who are being discriminated as well as the organizations themselves. In 2018, an AARP study found that nearly 1 in 4 workers aged 45 and older received negative comments about their age from supervisors or coworkers. That same report shared that 3 out of 5 older workers had seen or experienced age discrimination, and that 76% saw age discrimination as a hurdle to finding a new job. So in short, not only are older workers experiencing discrimination at work, they are also unable to leave those jobs because of age discrimination in the hiring process. So today, we as a group are taking an important step to correct these injustices. The legislation that I will sign in a few moments eliminates current language in the law that allows employers not to hire or promote workers over 70 years old. The legislation closes a loophole that allows governmental employers require an employee to retire when he or she reaches a certain age. And the legislation I'm signing eliminates a law allowing higher education institutions to require tenured employees to retire when they turn 70. By the way, a Princeton University professor won the Nobel Prize for Physics today, and he's 90. Finally, it amends the current law to ensure that an employee who is unlawfully required to retire because of age may seek all remedies provided by law, including punitive damages. Our administration has made fighting discrimination in all of its forms a priority, and working across departments and alongside great legislative leaders like Loretta and Valerie, and with our partners in advocacy like Kathy, we are committed to rooting out discrimination, especially when it has made a home within our own laws. I want to thank the sponsors of these bills. In the Senate, Senators Weinberg and Turner, and in the Assembly, Valerie, Angela McKnight, and Betty Lou DeCroce. I'm proud to sign these bills today. So with that, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce an extraordinary leader and champion for every New Jerseyan. Please help me welcome the Senate Majority Leader, Senator Loretta Weinberg.
Thank you very much, Governor Murphy. Thank you.
We're losing Loretta's audio there. Is it me, or I don't have Loretta's audio? Valerie, were you getting it?
I can't hear her.
Loretta, can you try again?
Yes, thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor Murphy.
Can't hear her.
Loretta, we've lost you again on the audio. Michelle, are you getting it, or is it just me?
Not getting it, and she's not muted.
I'm not muted, no.
We just heard you then.
All right, can you hear again?
No, we just lost again. I don't know what to.
I can't hear it.
Why don't you let
Okay. If I heard you, let's let Valerie go and see whether or not you can address your technical issues. Okay. Well said. Please help me welcome a champion for this in the General Assembly and a champion for so many other causes, Valerie Huddle. Valerie?
Thank you, Governor. Can you hear me? Thank you. And obviously, thank you for taking action on this important piece of legislation today. Can you hear me? You know, as chair of the Assembly Aging and Senior Services, I've worked closely with ARP on a number of issues to ensure our older adults have the protections to succeed in all aspects of their lives. But the age discrimination bill has really been front and center of their advocacy for the last couple of years. You know, as people stay in the workforce longer, and with 35% of the workforce projected to be age 50 and older by actually next year, 2022, there's certainly a critical need to prevent age discrimination. And, you know, while New Jersey has made great strides to protect individuals from workplace harassment for their gender and sexual orientation, I was really surprised that adults over the age of 70 could still be discriminated against because of their age. And you mentioned the ARP statistics. And when you realize that 2 out of 3 workers over the age of 45 have experienced or witnessed age discrimination on the job, that was pretty alarming. And now with layoffs more common, unfortunately, than ever during COVID-19, it's so important that our older adults receive equal treatment. You know, with today's bill signing, Governor, New Jersey employers can no longer refuse to hire or promote individuals 70 and above. And this bill will make an incredible impact in the lives of seniors and their families who want, or for financial reasons, need to remain in the workplace. So again, thank you, Governor, and thank you really to ARP for their tireless advocacy in getting New Jersey to the finish line today. It's a real win for older Americans. Thank you, Governor.
We can't hear you again.
Gov, you're muted.
I apologize. Can you hear me now? Okay. This will not go down in the technical hall of fame in terms of the events that we've done together. Valerie, thank you for that and for all that you lead on. Would love to be able to go back to Loretta if she can hear
I don't
me.
know.
We'll see if we can hear her.
I don't know. Did you solve the sound problem or no? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. All right. Well, Valerie covered everything quite well. We are close. You know, we have done so much under this governor in improving lives and restoring civil rights, whether we're talking about women or other minorities. This was one of the last big loopholes. And I am so delighted that the governor has chosen to sign this bill, although a virtual bill signing is not my choice. It would have been much nicer in person. But closing this last loophole, and then to talk about the fact that a professor over 70 could be laid off, a professor who might have the best of wisdom to impart to the students that we send to him or to her to learn. And as the only one on this call, I think, who is a little bit over 70, who is going into retirement by choice, not by layoff, I want to say that I think this is not only good for the older residents who might need to continue to work, but for the older residents who still have so much to give to the state of New Jersey, that I think this bill being signed into law will go a long way to improving society at any number of levels. So thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Kathy, to all the advocates, because you know that we can never pass a bill without the input, the ability of the advocates to help motivate to get to those 21 and 41 votes. And thank you to the governor, who's got a great signing pen. So I look forward to seeing this bill become law. And I want to thank all of you again for the important parts that you played in it. We can't hear you, Governor.
There we
Governor?
go.
Yeah.
Apologies, I got you. Loretta, thank you so much for your gracious words and for your leadership on this and so many other fronts across a whole range of policy areas that have made New Jersey better and stronger and fairer, but in particular on discrimination. And this, as you rightfully point out, this is another brick in that wall, and I'm honored to be with you today. Before I sign, and by the way, I would like to have done this in person. So let's try to figure out a way we can celebrate this one in person at some point soon. I'd like to ask the Executive Director for New Jersey Advocates for Aging Well and another terrific leader, Kathy Rowe, to say a few words. Kathy, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here today for my first bill signing. The notion of 65 being this magical retirement age goes back to a time when most Americans worked for a single employer for their whole career. Large companies guaranteed generous retirement plans. We only expected to live 5 to 10 years after retirement. And let's not forget, most women were not in the paid workforce. So much has changed, and our ideas of when to work and when to retire must change too. And aging well is everyone's goal. The ability to work as long as we want and are able to is an important part of New Jersey becoming an age-friendly state. In fact, employment for older adults is recognized by the World Health Organization, the International Federation on Aging, and AARP as one of the elements of healthy aging for several reasons. Of course, employment provides income and economic security, and the 2019 New Jersey Elder Economic Index shows that many of our residents over 65 are living far too close to the poverty line to meet their housing, health, and essential needs without working. While Social Security was never intended to be a sole source of income, it is in reality the only income for a big share of New Jersey's older residents. But employment, as you have mentioned, it provides so much more. Whether it's a part-time job or a long career, employment has positive impacts on someone's overall well-being by providing social connections, a sense of purpose, and allows people to share years of experience and expertise. Many people find their vocation is an essential part of their identity, something that they've been passionate about and shared for years. And we also have to look to the near future. By 2030, we are going to have more New Jersey residents over the age of 60 than in our school system. That's going to have profound impact on our labor pool and our employment practices. So now is a good time to start preparing for that. So we at New Jersey Advocates for Aging Well, we applaud the passage of this bill that eliminates the mandatory retirement age. We applaud that it recognizes age as we work towards diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we applaud that it removes the ability to discriminate against an individual based solely on their age. We look forward to the impact this is going to have on our state, and we feel it's going to be a very positive one.
Kathy, thank you. Terrific leadership and great words. And with that, let's not let any more grass grow and get this thing done. So here we go. Assembly Bill number 681. Again, sponsored in the Assembly by Valerie Huddle, Angela McKnight, Betty Lou DeCroce. In the Senate by Majority Leader Senator Loretta Weinberg and Senator Shirley Turner. Lots of co-sponsors, I have to say, which is great to see. And the synopsis expands the scope of law prohibiting age discrimination. And with that, here we go. And number one, I promise you we'll get it to you, Senator Loretta Weinberg. And number two, Assemblywoman Valerie Huddle.
Thank you. I'll put it in my bubble wrap.
That's a deal. And number three, Kathy Rowe. Congratulations, Kathy. To each and every one of you, a big day. This is now. Such pride to say, I know on behalf of all of us on this call and so many others, this is now the law of the land. Great work,
Thank you
everybody.
very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, folks.